according to the Antikythera mechanism research project. The object housed in the National Archaeological Museum in Athens contains roughly 30 surviving bronze gear wheels, originally mounted inside a wooden case. It was recovered from a shipwreck off the Greek island of Antikythera in 1901, and it has been dated to around 100 years before the Common Era. The same project argued in 2008 that its design may connect to the school of Archimedes. But here is what the museum placard does not tell you. Nothing else remotely like this machine appears anywhere in the archaeological record for more than 1,000 years afterward. No workshop, no blueprints, no second example, no gradual evolution of the technology, just a single, impossibly sophisticated device sitting alone in the wrong century. Something existed, and then the knowledge of it vanished so completely that we did not rebuild it until the age of clockwork. In 1901, Greek sponge divers working off Antikythera surfaced from a Roman-era wreck carrying marble limbs, bronze statues, and one shapeless green lump nobody could identify. It was crated and forgotten in Athens. Then the waterlogged wooden casing dried, and the lump cracked apart on its own. Inside were gear teeth, precisely cut metal cogs. Inside a hunk of debris from a ship that sank 2,000 years ago. 30 gear wheels survive, packed inside a wooden case small enough to carry under one arm. Every tooth was cut by hand, triangular, and small enough that dozens ring a single wheel. The gears mesh in nested trains, some riding on top of others, transmitting motion through the box in ways engineers did not formally describe again until the modern era. And this is only what survived the seawater. Here is the part that genuinely unsettles historians. Gearing this complex does not reappear in the surviving record until European astronomical clocks, more than 1,000 years later. There is no earlier prototype, no cruder ancestor, no successor, no manual. A technology this refined implies a workshop tradition, apprentices, generations of trial and error, and every trace of that tradition is simply gone, erased so cleanly it may as well never have existed. One dial on the back tracks the eclipse cycle, a repeating rhythm of 223 lunar months that lets the machine forecast when the sun or moon will darken. Tiny inscriptions beside the markings describe details of the expected eclipse. Someone in the ancient Mediterranean built a hand-cranked box that told you, years in advance, when the sky would go wrong. And they wrote instructions on it. From the 1950s into the 1970s, British physicist Derek de Solla Price studied the fragments and commissioned the first X-rays of the device, seeing gears buried inside solid corrosion for the first time. Later imaging went further. Evidence uncovered with X-rays indicated the mechanism mapped the sun, the moon, and all 5 planets known to the ancient Greeks, a working model of the heavens in bronze. Nobody knows who made it. In 2008, the Antikythera mechanism research project argued the design might imply a connection to the school of Archimedes in Syracuse. And Syracuse was a colony of Corinth. That single thread links a shipwrecked machine to one of the greatest engineers of antiquity, a man killed by a Roman soldier during a siege, whose lost works we know only by rumor. In 2024, researchers at the University of Glasgow applied Bayesian statistical analysis and techniques originally developed to study gravitational waves, the ripples in spacetime, to a broken calendar ring from the mechanism. From a handful of surviving holes, they calculated how many the complete ring once held, pointing to a lunar year rather than a solar one. Gravitational wave mathematics, used to reverse engineer a 2,000-year-old machine. And still, roughly 2/3 of it is missing. Every answer we extract only sharpens the same question. What else did they know, and how did all of it disappear? One box, 30 gears, 2,000 years of silence. The Antikythera mechanism is not frightening because it is advanced. It is frightening because it is alone. Somewhere between that Greek workshop and the wreck on the seabed, an entire body of knowledge stopped being passed on, and nobody recorded how. If you want more mysteries, the historical record cannot close. Subscribe because we are only just beginning to look at what history